welcome to the video where I'm going to walk you through the practical applicational problem about the higher order derivatives, where we're basically going to be finding velocity and acceleration from the given position. So the position of the body moving along the s-axis is given by the equation s. And s here is calculated in meters and t is in time seconds. Find the body acceleration. And then they also want you to find not just in general, but A after 1 second and B after each time the velocity is 0. And here let's first review what does it mean to find acceleration from the given position. Well, hopefully you remember that if you have a position given, which we call S, then the velocity or speed, there's a difference between velocity and speed. One can be negative and the other one cannot. That's the first derivative of the position. Then acceleration comes from the first derivative of the velocity or speed, or it's a second derivative of the given position. For you to know, which is pretty interesting information, I believe, is if you want to find third derivative of the position, then the third derivative is called, let me put this away, is called Jones, and I found this online. That's a physicist. They like naming all kind of interesting stuff. As a mathematician, I did not know that before. Then there's a fourth derivative, and we don't put 4 primes anymore after 3. We'll put little number in small parentheses that indicates higher order derivatives after the third derivative. So fourth, actually, you might be laughing, called jerk. That means don't be a jerk, means don't be a fourth derivative of the position. Then the fifth derivative actually has a name as well, and it's called crockle. Such an interesting name, crockle. Sounds kind of British. Don't crockle over here. Then as to the sixth derivative, called pop. So let's imagine it's basically a speed of the speed of the speed of the speed, and at some point becomes so instant that you call it pop. And one more has name, the seventh derivative, called log. All these things have application in physics, and maybe you should just check it out online. So again, how fast the position is changing? Well, this is speed. How fast the speed is changing? When you're driving the car, you're pushing the pedal, and then the speed is changing really fast. That's what you call acceleration. How fast the acceleration is changing? That's Jones, then jerk, crackle, pop, and log. Usually we don't know any other outside of acceleration in our classes, math classes. But in physics major, maybe you do. Then it sounds pretty fun. So they want us to find acceleration. And again, I'll just write down that acceleration is a second derivative of the given position. Let's find first derivative first. So we usually don't skip derivative. It's very rare when there is a pattern given and you can skip finding derivatives. If you want to find fifth derivative, you need to find first and second and third and fourth and then fifth. So the first derivative, let me write down as again to have it in front of me. The original function is 1/3 t cubed minus 5t squared plus 25t plus 8. Let's find derivative of that. S prime is 3 goes down and multiplies by 1/3. So it cancels out and just becomes 1. T, decrease the exponent by 1, that's t squared. Minus 5 times 2 is 10, t to the first power. Plus 25, t becomes 1, and 8 gives you 0. That's velocity. That's v of t, velocity. If we ever asked any questions about velocity, now we have it in front of us. The second derivative, though, will give us acceleration, which they are asking to find. 2t minus 10. That's acceleration, a of t, acceleration. Partially, you already found the answer. If they ask you to find acceleration at any point, you found it. The equation of the acceleration is 2t minus 10. But they ask you different things. A, they ask you to find acceleration after t after 1 second. What does it mean? That means just need to substitute t equals 1. So a of 1 is 2 minus 10 equals negative 8. What does it mean to have negative acceleration? Means the velocity or the speed slows down. B. What is happening after? No, the second question actually asks you not after some kind of seconds, but each time the velocity is 0. Each time the velocity is 0. What does it even mean, each time the velocity is 0? Well, it means they wanted to write down the equation of the velocity we just found, and it means it would be convenient to put it in the box as well. Here it is. And then solve for t when this equation is 0. So I'm gonna solve t squared minus 10t plus 25 equals to 0, and solve it for t. I'll use Vieta theorem. So the first answer is 5, and the second answer is actually 5 as well. Because actually you could rewrite the whole equation as t minus 5 squared equals to 0. Then I will plug this into the equation of into the expression for the acceleration. Plug t equals 5 into a of t. So a at 5 becomes 2 times 5 minus 10, and that is 0. Interesting. So basically a at 5 is 0. What does it mean to have 0 acceleration? Then it means we don't accelerate. It means the velocity is constant. So I'm driving 50 miles per hour all the time, and I don't accelerate. Make sense? And I don't slow down as well. So, but it's happening when each time the velocity is 0. It's pretty interesting as well. And that's a nice example which asks the question not only to find the acceleration at a particular moment, but also to find acceleration when velocity is 0. Good job for watching, and see you next time!